So this brings me on to this very empty room, what we represents a data clean room. And a data clean room is a very, very new concept. Essentially, I discovered it when I was over in Toronto at a data conference, and they were talking a lot about it in terms of having a data middle manager almost. So if we go back to the energy use case, if I worked with a bid upstairs and they said, right, for every high street shop, we want to optimize their air conditioning units, can you build a model? And I go, yeah, of course. Well, without a data clean room, I would go into each shop on the high street and I would say, right, give me all your energy data, we'll optimize it and we'll deploy it, and we'll do that 100 different times. Well, that's great, but if you take advantage of what we call a data clean room, data stream can then act as that clean room. So I can take all the energy data from all 100 stores on the high street, bring all that in, and then use that data to then train the models. So then you get a much more accurate and prediction, and sort of much more accurate model. So if I went into the restaurant on the corner and said, can I have the last 100,000 lines of your energy data? Absolutely, here you go. And I could use that as the inputs, train the model. Great, it's X effective. But if I was to do that for all 100 stores on the high street, now I have 10 million rows of inputs. And you can only imagine how much better the models become training it on 10 million than 100,000 rows. So by using all of that, by having a data clean room, it's sort of a data partner where you can pool your data together to optimize these AI and machine learning algorithms. I've heard other use cases. So if I wanted to understand your TV watching habits, maybe I work at the BBC iPlayer and I want to start optimizing iPlayer to suggest shows that I think you like. Well, at the BBC, I only have data relating to what you've watched on iPlayer. I don't have anything to know, I don't know anything that you've watched on Netflix or Amazon Prime or any of the other TV channels. So by pooling all of our data together, BBC, ITV, Amazon, Disney, Netflix, we pull it all into a data clean room. We can then train our models on the entire data set instead of a segment of it. So I'd be very good at predicting what you'd most likely going to want to watch on BBC iPlayer, but it doesn't take into account what you're also watching on Netflix, Amazon, and so on and so forth. So for me, that's a very interesting use case as well, is sort of introducing these data clean rooms where it's partnering with your fiercest competitors, but with a middleman to say, right, we're going to securely house our data, train the models on it, and then we'll both benefit from the outcomes of it, instead of trying to train your model on just a segment of the population. So I just wanted to bring that up because I think it's really interesting. It's a new way of thinking. I was in Harrogate talking about it and it was a very stern no from a few people when I started talking about sharing data. But it's not giving data to your fiercest competitors, it's giving data to us. We train the models on all of the population data and then we roll those models back out to you, and then you all benefit from a greater model.